And I just wanted to show you firsthand some of the things that you might see with what these tests look like. So this is a sample reading passage from the ACT. This is what they look like. So if your child is someone who enjoys reading, good attention span, this will be no issue at all for them. There is, for most students, they find they have adequate time to get through all this. But this is the way it looks. And then after each of these, they have a total of 9 questions that accompany that. Now, the ACT also has this optional science. This gives you a little taste of what that looks like, where you have these different passages. They give you information about graphs, on graphs and charts, about things from a wide variety of scientific topics. And it's more of a science reading test than it is a science knowledge test. Okay. So we also have this is a sample of a reading passage with a single question on the SAT. So there are several of these. They do have, this is one sense in which the SAT is broader, is that they do have a broader selection of reading materials. So they do have poetry, they have drama, they have science, social science, history, they have texts going back to 1600s up to the present day. So greater variety of reading that you'll come across here. And even though it is short, they do ask pretty in-depth questions. Really requires a lot of thinking with them. So that's a sample of what that might look like. They also have questions that assess evidence. And I think this is a pretty cool question type that they've added into the SAT because let's face it, we have knowledge at our fingertips. We have Google, we got ChatGPT, we got Wikipedia. There's stuff, of varying quality to be sure. There's a lot of information out there. So something that the SAT wants to assess is what do you do with that information? Can you use what information is there to support a claim, to hurt a claim? And that is the sort of skill that's assessed here. It's not like you need to have specific background knowledge on these topics, but they just want to see if you can figure out what's in front of you. They also have questions that simulate what would you do if you're trying to write a paper? So you've gathered information and you're trying to accomplish a particular goal and you want to see what sort of thing would be consistent with accomplishing that goal. Okay. This is a sample of the Desmos calculator. So the Desmos calculator, you can just go to desmos.com if you're curious to see what it's like. But it's a free calculator that is used by a lot of schools now. It's very powerful. And what it can really be used for is linear functions, parabolas, looking at different data sets and trying to figure out what patterns there are with those. So spending a little bit of time with this will go a long way. And I have a link to a Desmos guide, a free guide I'll give you if you want to check that out. But you may ask your son or daughter about that and say, hey, are you guys using Desmos in school? And see what they think about it.